and I'm just making a lot of pasta, so I'm waiting to get a replacement fridge. I was still having to have someone come round and like drop me to work for the first 2 days. I'd say the thing I don't like doing the most is like doing like hand washing dishes. Hello and welcome back to my channel. So I've obviously chosen to film in front of a huge window, and it's literally, I'm already regretting it. Like, it's 28 degrees outside. I'm actually sat at my desk. This is where I normally do my makeup, but I'm already sweating and I've been sat here for literally like 5 minutes. I'm just gonna crack on with the video. So today I'm just gonna be answering some questions while doing my makeup. I'm going out for a meal tonight, so I thought it would just be quite easy just to answer some questions while getting ready. I can use this to keep my hair out of my face. So I posted my moving vlog, oh for God's sake, why is that literally just gone everywhere? So I posted my moving vlog yesterday, and I asked people to comment like any questions or to go over to my Instagram and ask some questions. So I'm just going to be answering some of those. So the first one is just really simply, how are you finding living alone? And so far I just feel really like indifferent to it. Like, I don't really have any strong opinions. It weirdly doesn't actually feel much different at all to when I was living at home, just because I'm not really doing anything differently other than now like hand washing my dishes rather than just putting them in a dishwasher, because I do like most of my own stuff when I was at home anyway, like dinners, like clothes washing, etc. So yeah, I feel like I haven't really been able to take full advantage of it, because obviously there's no clubs open, so I can't like just, I don't know, go out and not worry about what time I'm coming in type thing. But I think once life is like back to normal, I think I'll like really love it. But at the moment I just feel like it's just quite normal. Like, I don't really have any strong feelings towards it at the moment. And then next was actually a video suggestion, which I probably will also do. Someone asked to do like a what I eat in a day type video. So I thought I'd just like go over it really quickly at the moment. I've been cooking obviously a bit more than I would at home, just because I've got the space and freedom to do that now. And I'm just making a lot of pasta. Like, the other day I had a chicken and chorizo pasta type thing. It was just literally some garlic chicken I had left over from Lidl's. I just like fried that and then fried some chorizo and put it in with some tomato puree, and that was literally like the whole thing. And it tasted pretty good. I've still got some left over to have like for my lunch at some point. I don't know how long it keeps for, but if I've made like a portion that's like a bit too big, I'll keep it for a few days for like another dinner or lunch or something. I've also got some leftover pizza as well that I need to eat. But since I've lived here, Mum did me like a little food care package, which was just like bread, beans, like chicken, stuff like that. I haven't actually bought any food at all since I've been here. Like, I really don't eat a lot, and I get a lot of food like wastage from Costa that's just like stuff going out of date, so I take home a lot of that and eat mostly just stuff that's gone out of date from Costa. So I literally haven't bought I've bought some potatoes for jacket potatoes, but apart from that I haven't spent really any money on food, and I've been here nearly 2 weeks now, so I feel like my food bill, so I was going to try and do like a maximum of £100 a month for food, but I feel like it'll probably be even less than that, because I really just don't eat a lot of food that I need to buy. Like, obviously if I get so much food from Costa that goes out of date, then I just don't need to buy a lot of food. So I haven't actually been doing a huge amount of cooking, and if I have, it's literally just been like pasta. But and another reason I haven't bought any food is because my fridge doesn't work properly, so I'm waiting to get a replacement fridge. Annoyingly, the really nice retro Smeg fridge freezer that we found on Gumtree just doesn't work properly. Like, it won't go down to the right temperature, and we had an engineer come over, and apparently it just wasn't a fixable issue. Like, it needed regassing and also had a gas leak, or I think that's what the engineer said anyway. So I've just bought a brand new one instead to save the hassle of worrying about whether the second-hand one's going to work or not. So I'm not really buying any food just because I don't have a fridge to put it in. I'm storing all my like fridge food in the freezer section of it, because the freezer section is like just a normal fridge temperature, if not like a little bit colder. So yeah, that was quite annoying. I really liked the Smeg fridge freezer as well, like it looked so nice. But I've still gone for a retro looking fridge because I wanted it for the look more than anything else. And then I had another question that was someone else thinking of moving out, and they wanted to know how much money they would need to save to move out. And I guess it kind of depends on like whether you want like emergency funds when your bills are like unexpectedly more, or if it was just like a question of like deposit. So my like deposit, fees, first month's rent, etc. came to a total of I think like 900 and like just under 1,000, which I thought really wasn't that much for like everything considered. But yeah, everything considered, I thought it was really quite cheap. I did have help from my grandparents to pay for the like deposit. I did have £1,000 in my savings, but they wanted me to keep it for stuff like my car, which also failed its MOT twice literally as I moved in. So the first few days I didn't have a car, so I was still having to have someone come round and like drop me to work for the first 2 days, and that was really like frustrating because I just wanted to be like independent. Obviously the whole reason to move out is to be independent, and like I didn't have a car, so that was quite annoying. But it finally passed its MOT. It wasn't anything major, it was just like, I think my makeup's already melting off my face. It wasn't anything major, just like emissions, and apparently it's just like a really annoying one to fix. And then I took it to a different garage, and it passed on emissions and failed on something else, and it was just like, ugh, so like just annoying. So that was like unnecessary money as well as the fridge. So it was a good job that my grandparents were nice enough to help me with the deposit, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to afford to buy my new fridge. Or also I had to replace my laptop because that didn't work properly, so that was an extra £150 out of my like current account. So I wouldn't have been able to afford to do that either. I just replaced it. So I had a MacBook Air and it just wasn't handling Premiere Pro properly. So Apple was like, you need a MacBook Pro. And I was like, I was getting really annoyed because they were like obviously just trying to upsell me a more expensive device. But then I was like, well, I don't want to replace my MacBook Air and then have the same problem in the future. So I was literally just like, okay, whatever, I'll just swap it for the MacBook Pro and hope that I don't have any issues with it later on. So that's why I had to pay more for it. It was only like £300 more, but it's obviously £300 more that I didn't want to spend. But luckily it's just gone onto my like Argos credit card anyway, so it's not anything I have to pay for right now. So in response to the question, I'd definitely say it depends on where, like how much deposit's going to be. But I'd say definitely have like an extra 1,000 just in case things go wrong, like car or a fridge or just anything like that. I'd say like you'd want 1,000 as like backup for like random bills and stuff like that, because I think my car tax is also coming out at some point, and also I need to renew my car insurance, and if I can I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay for that yearly so I don't have the expensive car insurance coming out each month. That would be another piece of advice as well. I'd say if you can pay off any credit cards before moving out and stuff like that, then do, because it just means you can afford more while living on your own or like with a partner or something. Because I have obviously my Argos card, which I was going to pay off until the laptop went wrong, and then I've also got just like another random credit card that I think there's too much on there for me to just pay off, but I'm just paying it off. I transferred the balance onto a 0 interest one for a couple of months. I think it's like 0 interest for 9 months, so that I don't have to pay more off than I have to, if that makes sense. Because the one that I had previously was literally charging me, so I was paying it off £50 a month, and then it was just charging me £20 a month for even having anything on there. So I was like, this is going nowhere. So I just did a little balance transfer. And then the next question was, what's the most difficult thing about living on my own? And I don't know why, but I was expecting it to be way harder than it actually is. Like I haven't found it difficult at all, I don't think. Like I'm just kind of doing my own thing. Like there's nothing difficult about it. I'd say the thing I don't like doing the most is like doing like hand washing dishes, because obviously at home we had a dishwasher and you just like sling the dishes in the dishwasher, but now I actually have to hand wash them, and that's really annoying. And I really hate it when they like just build up in the sink as well, because I worked late the other evening and then I couldn't be bothered to like do the dishes after dinner. I just wanted to watch a film and then go to bed. And then I didn't do it the next day because I was like working again and I was tired. And then yeah, they just like sat in the fridge and I just like really hated it. And also the flat gets so hot because of the big windows. It's literally like living in a conservatory, like you know how hot conservatories get. It's like that, and there's not much of a breeze at the moment. Like it's 28 degrees today and not a lot of wind at all. And it's just like it just doesn't cool down. And I haven't bought a fan because I refuse to spend money on a fan because I'm just hoping that the weather just cools down at some point. But it's like I'm sweating so much right now. It's probably like 32 degrees in here. As soon as I finish filming this video, I'm opening the window because I closed it so no one outside can hear me film YouTube videos. So I'm very conscious of actually like my neighbour being able to hear me. Like I've got a neighbour next to me and I don't want to disturb her with me literally just talking to myself. But hopefully the walls are thick enough. But yeah, I haven't really found anything difficult, especially since, like I said, I'm not cooking a huge amount just because I tend to take home a lot of food from Costa that goes out of date to save it from being thrown out. Like I literally, we have to throw out croissants every day because they only last a day, and we literally never sell out the croissants. So I took home 2 the other evening, and then for dinner just had cheese and ham on a like butter croissant. And it was actually really nice to be fair, but like I said, I just don't have to do a huge amount of cooking. I was gonna do a chicken casserole in the slow cooker that mum gave me the other day, but I literally didn't get in until 5, and obviously that's way too late to start putting things in a slow cooker, so I didn't do that. I literally just had like macaroni and cheese or something instead. And also I don't have any milk because the fridge doesn't work, so I can't do a lot of cooking without things like milk, or I don't know, it's just like because my fridge, like because I don't have a fridge, I'm just not yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Like I don't have anywhere to store chicken and milk, so I'm not cooking anything at the moment. Oh, I'd also say something I really didn't enjoy doing was setting up all my bills. And I haven't lived here for a month yet, so I don't even know what my bills are going to be like realistically. But setting up all my bills was so annoying. I had to call so many different people. Like I had to do council tax, my water bill, energy bill. I was without Wi-Fi for a week because I forgot to do that before I moved in. And just like trying to find a good broadband deal was quite annoying because for some reason the flat I'm in couldn't get certain providers. Like Virgin Media was just like, no, you can't have Virgin Media in your flat. So I was like, okay, great. And then another problem was that my address isn't listed in some places because it's relatively, like it's newly converted, like within the last 3 years or something. So apparently the landlord said he either has to pay to register it, or eventually it just gets registered on its own. So I was like, okay, as long as I can like receive parcels and stuff, that's fine. So it was kind of like I have to phone the bank instead of just do it on the app to tell them where I live because it's not listed with them. And same with not house insurance, content insurance. Like it wasn't listed on the comparison site. And actually, as I'm saying it, I think trying to insure my car is probably going to be a similar issue. So yeah, so just setting up the bills wasn't fun. Like it was just something I didn't want to do. Like I didn't keep putting it off because obviously I had to do it, but I was kind of like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. Like I didn't do it on the day of moving because that was stressful enough as it was. Like getting the furniture up the narrow stairs was, honestly, probably one of the worst experiences of my life. And I'm so annoyed that we have to get the fridge back out because it wasn't very easy to get in, and it's not something I really want to be taking out. And I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Like I reckon like at least a year. But we built, so I'm just going to turn the camera around. We built the wardrobes, and because they're so big, I don't know how easy they're going to be to get out when I move out. I might have to take them apart because there's no way I'm leaving them here. They're literally like wardrobes of my dream. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here because I'm pretty much done. I'm just going to actually take my headband off, put a bit of setting spray on so my makeup stops melting off. I hope this video hasn't been too overexposed because of the weird lighting. And obviously apologies that I'm squinting because my corneas are literally being burnt right now. But I'm gonna leave this video here. I know it was a bit of a short, like random one, but I just wanted to film something quite like relaxed while I try and decide what videos I'm going to film, because I'm still not sure what to do. Like, I don't, like, my makeup's all over the place, so I don't really know how to film a makeup video. I'm not going to be buying many new releases like I used to. Like, I used to be like on it with the new Revolution releases, but I don't want to spend any unnecessary money while I'm living on my own, so I probably won't be able to do like new Revolution releases, which is quite annoying because that's kind of what my channel is obviously based around. So I'm going to be trying to do more lifestyle stuff, but I'm in the process of just trying to think of like ideas at the moment. So I will be doing the like cooking what I eat in a day video, because I think that would be quite fun to like film and edit. But if there's anything you want to see, please let me know, because it would definitely help me out. And if you did enjoy this video, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!